Good morning, engineers, and happy Thursday. It is the day before spring break, and you're also finishing up your third week of e-learning, so you have much to celebrate, and you have a very well-deserved week of vacation coming up, week and a day of vacation coming up for you starting tomorrow. Parents, just a reminder that tomorrow does begin student holiday, so tomorrow and all through next week there will be no e-learning exercises and no e-learning assignments that are pushed out to our students. Now, if your child's working from a paper packet or you choose to continue to work on some of those additional days, that's totally up to you. Just know that that is not our expectation, that we are not requiring that. I do have some information that I want to follow up on, parents, regarding the grading protocols that were given to us this week by Greenville County Schools. And I just want to make sure that our parents really hear my heart as we move forward in this closure. I'm really excited about that new grading protocol in terms of assessing students for their engagement and their participation. And I know that that is difficult sometimes for parents to fully embrace, but here is my rationale. When our students are at A.J. Wittenberg, we teach standards in a variety of different ways and modalities. Your child may be taught the same skill or the same standard in 5 different kinds of ways in order to help them understand it and master it and then be able to apply it. This is not the ideal way for us to deliver new content, and it absolutely is not a fair way for us to be able to assess whether your child has understood it and has mastered it. And because I can't say honestly whether your child has mastered it or not mastered it, assigning a grade to your child's work would be arbitrary. It would be, in many ways, it would be an empty grade. So instead, what we're doing is we're assessing the student's participation and the student's engagement in the discussion and the activities. For our older students, it's in Google Classroom, it's email. For our primary students, it's Seesaw, it's parent contact, it's phone calls. All of those things encapsulate student engagement and student participation. And so we're able to give credit for the work as opposed to a numerical assessment for a student's mastery of a specific skill set. Now, a lot of parents hear that and they start to panic, thinking that their children are falling farther behind. I just want to remind you that every student in every school throughout the United States is essentially in the same situation that we're in. And we're okay. Moving forward, we're going to have to reteach this content. We know that. As a district, we know that. As a school, we certainly know that. So whenever we return to school, be it in May or whenever the state of emergency is lifted, we know that there will be a period of remediation, reteaching, review, and then reassessing for student mastery. But until that time, we don't want children to panic, and we absolutely do not want parents to panic. We're going to continue to expose our students to these new ideas and new concepts with the expectation that they're going to see it again in the future. So I just want to make sure that you hear that directly from me, that we are not giving grades based on a student's understanding of standards that we aren't presently in the room to help them understand and to reteach that. Now, the important thing for you to remember, though, is that engagement piece is dependent on student interaction with the teacher. So I just want to encourage you, please make sure that even if your child is struggling with the packet or the Google Classroom assignments, even if they're working on something else, and we've had many conversations about the different things your children can do, just let the teacher know that. Just make sure that you are having that open conversation and communication with the teacher so that we can understand that your child is engaged and is participating. And of course, if you have any questions about grades, moving forward, or grades that we're going to be putting in for the first 3 weeks, you can certainly ask your child's teacher about that. Now, the next thing that kind of ties into that is that beginning April 20th, we're going to begin to release new content to students. In grades 3, 4, and 5, it will all be pushed out through Google Classroom. and our students have their Chromebooks. Remember, there's free Wi-Fi at A.J. Wittenberg. There's free Wi-Fi at every Greenville County building location. You can pick up a signal. You can also download your assignments and work from a saved assignment as opposed to having to be on Wi-Fi all the time. So those assignments will be released after spring break. Students in K4, kindergarten, first and second grade, we're going to be doing something similar. A couple days before spring break ends, your teacher will email you a choice board for different things that your child can do to work through mastery of some of these new ideas and these new concepts. And a choice board is exactly what it sounds like. It's a given a learning objective with different opportunities or different ways that students can practice that objective. Again, we are not grading for mastery. And in all cases, parents, please remember that you are really the only one that can gauge what is an appropriate amount of work for your child. We do not have a lot of the background information about what's happening in your house. But I can speak for myself as a parent of 3 Greenville County students. I'm married to an exceptional teacher, and even as a building leader, it's a lot. It is a lot of work, and it is, we're kind of militant about things here, and it's still a lot, and it's still overwhelming sometimes. So I know that it can be overwhelming. So again, I want to encourage you that if your student's feeling overwhelmed, if you feel like the workload is too much, if you have concerns about what the workload is, or what the assignment is, or what the tasks are, please reach out to your child's teacher. There are a million different ways and a million different things that our students can do to continue to learn. We want them to do something, and we have different ideas for you. So if you're struggling with any of those things, please make sure that you reach out to your child's teacher so that we can help assist you through this. We are still 100% in for our kids. We want our children to remain engaged and in touch with us, in the loop. And so, we're really dependent on that two-way communication with our parents. So in summary, moving forward, we're going to have engagement and participation grades every week. We will begin to release new content after spring break, but we're not grading for mastery. We're exposing students to the information. We are not mastering the information. We are working towards exposure, and we will be teaching and touching on these things when we return to school. I think that's it. I hope that you have a fantastic spring break. I hope that it is beautiful weather, just like it has been. I hope everyone remains healthy and safe. And of course, if you have any questions or concerns, you can reach out via email or call my office and leave me a voicemail so that I can reach back out to you. Have a wonderful spring break, engineers. We miss you, we love you, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.